defilare, non defilare!
Welcome everyone to the final race of the 2025 Rolex New York Yacht Club Invitational Cup. All eyes are indeed on Newport, but our eyes are on the culmination of this incredible Corinthian Sailing Championship.
This is the final race. It is extremely tight. It is all about the final points. There's only 6 points between San Diego and Royal Vancouver Yacht Club.
We'll get to that, how we got there eventually, but we've got 6.1 between the defending champions of San Diego and the Royal Vancouver Yacht Club, who just made a march right up into second place yesterday with two incredible wins. And Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club knocking on the door with just 9 points out of first. So
it is now 20 seconds to go to the start. Oh my word, look at that. Yacht Club Argentina, right on the line, as were Itchner, Royal Cork. Not their ideal start situation. Here they go for attack. Can San Diego cross some of these boats? This is going to be crucial moments for them. Oh my word, it is tight at the top.
We had no idea what this was going to evolve into, and I think it's safe to say it's one of the premier events in the world today. And what makes it so significant is the nature of the event. You're all here representing a club. I like to think it's the Champions League of sailing.
20 teams from 12 countries would compete in the 9th Rolex New York Yacht Club Invitational Cup, the biennial regatta hosted by the New York Yacht Club Harbour Court in Newport, Rhode Island. Since the event was first run in 2009, it has attracted top amateur sailors from 51 of the world's most prestigious yacht clubs from 23 countries.
For us, it's been six years we've been coming, so this is our third time. It is a huge, to us it's the pinnacle of the Corinthian sport. So it is essentially the world championship of Corinthian sailing in big boats, and it's unlike anything else in the world.
To be here is fantastic. It's a very big opportunity, and to be here and meet the other teams, all is incredible. The race is fantastic.
The forecast for the week was for mostly sunny skies, seasonable temperatures and predominantly light to moderate winds, the sort of conditions where almost every team feels comfortable. Returning competitors are a reliable barometer when it comes to measuring the quality of a regatta experience, but new competitors are the lifeblood that keeps the event vibrant. Each Invitational Cup has featured at least one club new to the competition, and it remains a true international championship.
I tried the first time outside area. It was very shifty and light winds, very different from what we sailed before. But all the teams are super nice, super good. It's going to be a very tough competition, I think.
We did quite nice training, so we will do my best, we will do our best and try to fast and go more good results.
Defending champions San Diego Yacht Club was over the line early in the first race, then rallied for a 7-1-1 scoreline that put it into the lead by 2 points over the very steady Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club. 4 points further back in third were two-time Invitational Cup champions Royal Canadian Yacht Club.
Mentally, we know that nobody's going to get 12 perfect starts this week. And so, we happen to have one of those early on. And so we didn't really want that to affect how our performance was the rest of the day. And so, what we learned from that was just recalibrating kind of our ratio of meters and seconds. And so we stayed a lot more disciplined on that the second and third start today, and ended up fixing that mistake. And hopefully we can continue to keep that problem fixed. So
we did a pretty good first race. Everything went well, and we tried to replicate in the second and the third, but not everything went well. But we are very happy about the day.
With a punchy 50-knot easterly and 6-foot seas, the first day of the 9th edition of the Rolex New York Yacht Club Invitational Cup was a trial by fire for the 20 all-amateur crews pursuing Corinthian yachting's most treasured prize. And this year, as part of the renowned onshore events that make this regatta truly special, a Rolex Champions Blazer was unveiled during the Defenders Night and will be given to each member on the winning team going forward.
Well, it's very special. It's a surprise to me when I heard about the jackets. I think it's an event you can't do that for every event, but I think this event it's worthy of something, a memento like this, a special recognition. And it's very nice that they've reached back and given us past winners the opportunity to get a jacket as well. So I think it's special. It's right up there with some of the best events in the world, and I think, thanking Rolex and Helly Hansen and everyone else for that opportunity.
It's especially exciting to be able to be here and unveil this to not only the competitors of the Invitational Cup, but also bring up the past winners and be able to jacket them and get them what they've won in the past, but then also have a fleet ready for the next winners when we crown them this weekend. So all of those details that go into it just make this a super exciting process.
On day 2, the breeze was strong, but never overwhelming, and the forecasted rain never materialised. Sounds like ideal conditions, and this was the case. However, for Royal Vancouver Yacht Club, it took more than just favourable conditions to be ready to perform on this second day, following an incident that they were involved in on day 1.
During the first race, we got fouled, and we didn't think much of it at the time. There was contact, and when we were going up winds, I noticed that the starboard spreader didn't seem to be seated the way it used to be. There was a lot of uncertainty at the time. We were hoping that it was not a big deal, but then they had riggers show up here and look it over and decide that no, they weren't comfortable with using that boat anymore. It was a big task. We were really supported well by New York Yacht Club and their resources to get the boat ready, and the team put in a huge effort until just after the sunset last night to get as ready as we could. So I was really proud of everybody that once we got to the race course, we could put the sails up and try to see what we were sailing.
The top team on day 2 was Royal Canadian Yacht Club with 10 points across 3 races. They picked up 1 point on San Diego and now lie second, 5 points out of first, and 10 points ahead of the Royal Thames Yacht Club in third.
The entire crew was looking around, what's the next pressure going to come, what's the next shift going to come. So that was very key. And then the team was also very good around the corner. So hoists, douses, tacks, jives were very crucial. Lots of boats to be gained at the corners today as well. The level of fleet is incredibly high. You can watch the racing. It's about astern racing the entire time. So as tacticians, sometimes I'm feeling like a rock star. I've hit every shift and I'm like, damn, the entire fleet is still right there. So it's really hard, but at the same time, you're never out of it. So it's one of those things that every inch counts in this fleet, every boat length, because it's so congested, it's so tight. So that's definitely been something that's been really cool as my first time at this event. And then the other thing is just, the Newport sailing.
With 3 consecutive podium finishes, culminating in a highly rewarding win in 2023, the San Diego Yacht Club was from the beginning at the top of the list of favourites for the 2025 Rolex New York Yacht Club Invitational Cup. So let's hear from some of their key crew members.
I mean, I think getting to sail an event this unique, this high level,
prestigious,
this special is something that you can't really say no to. To be honest, Nick and I both, after the last regatta, as we're going in, we're like, all right, never again.
We were standing on the bow together saying, you know what, this is a pretty good ending point. Let's just relax and go watch the next one on a powerboat. And here we are.
I was gonna say, and then Jake called and talked us back into it, and we're here again because you can't say no to this. It's too special of an event, especially as we get older and you can only sail so many, only have so many days to be on the water. This is the best way to do it.
There's definitely a little bit more stress, I would say. Being the past champions and coming in, our previous 2 regattas we did this summer, we didn't do that well. And we were a little nervous coming into it, but we knew that we could lock in. And here it's about not messing up, right? It's not about having a bad race. So our whole mindset is about chipping away and just not getting double digits and just chipping away and getting 4 boats at a time, taking no risk. And I think we've learned that over the last 4 editions of this regatta, is that it's a long, long event and you just don't want that digger race.
Yet the competition had even more talented teams than just the previous winners. The Corinthian Yacht Club travelled to Newport as the winners of the past 2 editions of the Resolute Cup, an achievement saying a lot regarding their quality.
We knew the level was going to be higher than it was in 2023. I think we were very aware that if we showed up at the same level in 2023, that wouldn't be a podium finish here. So yeah, definitely striving to get better. And yeah, I think what we thought was true, right? The foreign teams are certainly fast, have good boat handling, are extremely competitive, and it's been a puffy, shifty week here, and not a ton of local knowledge, right? It's just been tricky sailing and good starts, good speed, and you find yourself in the front. This regatta certainly is super competitive, right? You can tell that all these international teams are sending the best people from their clubs they can, and just the level of investment from time and training. It's obvious when you're here that people are taking this extremely seriously and putting their best foot forward. And yeah, this is a world championship caliber event. Even though it's not a world championship, it feels like it. And I think a lot of people would agree with that on the water.
For many of the youngest sailors, this regatta is their first taste of sailing at such a high level. They're learning from experienced mentors, developing their skills and becoming part of the global Corinthian sailing community.
It is important for young generations to know that there's a world like this after young dinghy sailing. So I am very grateful to join this kind of atmosphere and see what kind of world the actual keelboat, big yacht club things are. So I'm very proud of being here.
Well, I'm 20 years old and I've sailed with our Commodore Roger before. We did a J70 event together and I really enjoyed that, so I heard that there was an opportunity to do this, so I put myself forward, and luckily I was chosen to sail with a bunch of really talented people. Yeah, I'm just very lucky to be here and I'm very happy that I was given this opportunity.
Each day has its own story in the Rolex New York Yacht Club Invitational Cup, and the third one set the stage for the Eastern Yacht Club to shine as the team won the day. Tied on points with Eastern today was the regatta's steadiest team, Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club. At that point in the regatta, they were placed second, 1 point ahead of the Royal Canadian Yacht Club, but 17 points behind San Diego Yacht Club, which also had a strong day and extended its advantage over the rest of the fleet.
Various things. I mean, in race 1, we won the pin. So, I think that when you do that, especially in lighter air, it makes your race relatively easy. So we were kind of like in the front the whole race and, made some good tactical calls to stay there. Race 2, we got completely flushed off the start and, I think just made like decent tactical calls and, had our boat going fast in those conditions. Pretty flat water, sort of light, sometimes medium wind, and did a really good job transitioning to the puffs and lulls and kept our boat going really quick.
The heartfelt moment of the regatta so far came on the first race on day 3 when Itchener Sailing Club earned a wire-to-wire win. The invite for this year came late, giving team principal Barry Sampson less than 2 months to put together a team.
We felt confident we might be right. That's all you can do, isn't it, right, in sailing? So we pushed on and we got a really nice headed pressure shift, tacked across and laid the mark. And it was a great moment, I think it's fair to say. We were all very happy, as Barry would say.
And the reason we wanted to come really badly is I love the New York Yacht Club. I love Beth and all the team and know them really well. And I'm getting a bit old and I just thought for myself, a bit selfish, that it would really be nice to come one more time again for myself. But I also wanted Itchener to be here because I'm very fond of our little club. And so that's why we came along.
The regatta is very unique. I mean, from the very first concept that they came out with in the Swan 42s, a club event. At that point, you were allowed one professional. That's no longer the case. So it's entirely amateur, which we like, and it gives us a chance. This is our, I suppose to a huge extent, this is our Olympics. It's every 2 years. It's worth the effort to put a team together. I've had a lot of my family sail. I have 3 sons, all 3 of whom have sailed in the regatta. Robert is driving the boat this time, and that's kind of a bit chin up for me to be able to say that. I'm pretty proud, I must confess.
Of course, the Invitational Cup is more than just world-class racing, but also about camaraderie. Each evening, teams gather at the New York Yacht Club Harbour Court for a full social calendar where friendships are forged across oceans. And the highlight of the week, the legendary Lobster Night. It's a celebration of sailing, community, and everything this regatta stands for. With the regatta approaching its conclusion, every race was getting even more decisive. Royal Vancouver Yacht Club scored a 5-1-1 on the course for day 4 and a vault into second place in the regatta.
100% the crew, giving them the ability to work with the boat, to mode the boat the way that we'd been practicing moding the boat, to just keep them in the game, get off the line clean. And then just my whole job was to work on boat speed, and the crew just work around doing their jobs. Like, it was there were no mistakes today. It was just, they sailed clean, they motored the boat properly, and they worked super hard. The whole team deserves it together. It's amazing. We were playing the 1% game. That's still what we're going into tomorrow with. We're just going to try and do exactly the same thing that we've been doing for the week.
Despite a tough day on the water, a first followed by a 16th and a 9th, San Diego Yacht Club remained in first and will fly the leaders' yellow spinnaker on the final day. But the lead that started the day at 17 points was now effectively 7 points. The Royal Hong Kong Yacht Club was in contention, 9 points out of first. Behind the top 3 is a gaggle of 5 boats, separated by 12 points, fighting for the final 2 spots on the 5-deep podium.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant. We have a kind of a core crew. We're all good friends. We sail lots of kind of different types of boats together. So a lot of that, and we've really been working hard on process and everything like that throughout the week and trying to learn basically all the time, all the mistakes we make and make sure we don't make the same mistake again. So that all kind of really did come together for us today. And you know, as Ben keeps saying when we're on board, like we've all got the same goal. So even if we're being harsh on each other and we're Irish and that's what we do, even though Ben's not quite Irish, but we'll get to that. But when we're being harsh on each other, it's because we all have the same goal. We all want to win. So, you know, there's no egos, there's no, you know, softness. Let's just get on with it and go for it.
Thin ley line. Oh yeah, look at them bearing away. Oh dear, this is bad news bears as they have to go for a 2-tack here. Oh, look at this. This is terrible for San Diego, ducking underneath. Final upwind. Royal Hong Kong, they probably need to try to get ahead of Hoth. That's their only chance at this. Where's Royal Van? Let's get those predicted finish points up right now and take a look after, here we go, San Diego. So they've got themselves up to 12th. That's crucial. This is the final upwind, folks.
Peter Beck locked in. I mean, at this point, Duncan Greger, all you can do is just sail the boat fast, right? I mean, you have no idea what's going on behind you.
Okay, San Diego crossed the line, and I'm pretty sure that that is San Diego Yacht Club, now a 2-time winner, joining an elite group, including the Royal Canadian and the Southern Yacht Club, and that means their main sheet trimmer, Rick Merriman, is 5 for 5. What an amazing result. Here goes Royal Cork across the line. San Diego Yacht Club confirmed as the winners for 2025 Rolex New York Yacht Club Invitational. Brilliant, brilliant sailing.
Jake Liddell's got to be over the moon at the moment.
We had a plan, went left, didn't materialize, struggled to get back into the fray of it.
We bore away, tacked out, ducked some boats, and just salvaged something safe. You know, we didn't want any fouls, we didn't want any circles.
To be honest, we came around the top mark and we knew that the right was strong. So we did a jibe set. We came out on that side early on, the first boat out there, and we got the breeze and we knew that we were gaining. We were mainly looking at sort of trying to get ahead of Canada at this point, or Vancouver, because we couldn't do much about San Diego. Luckily they have the yellow kites, so it's quite easy to spot them. And they were quite far behind.
We had a really good exit out of the bottom gate, our last gate exit, and I think we passed probably 3 or 4 boats. I can't really look around too much, so this is what I've been told.
We had a plan. We executed the plan. Wasn't necessarily the right plan. And then when we realized that's what it was, we just fought, and the whole team fought the whole way through, and it was the full go, and we ended up where we ended up. I'm super proud of the team, and didn't go our way today, but I hope we get to come back and do it again, because this team's amazing.
But we were waiting for our tactician Adam to confirm it. Everyone was cheering, and I just literally fell back against the lifeline and was like, I had nothing left in the tank, and I just was relieved at that point.
As the sails came down, attention turned to the closing ceremony. Crews gathered one last time at Harbour Court, overlooking Narragansett Bay, to celebrate a week of competition and camaraderie. Trophies were awarded along with the Rolex Champions Blazer, and teams reflected on the memories made.
An amazing team effort all week long. Every single person here is a major important piece of the puzzle, and you guys pulled through and we did this, so thank you for that.
It's such great racing, camaraderie, and a superb time. Thank you very much.
For some, this event was the culmination of years of preparation, and for others, just the beginning of a lifelong connection to this unique event. The Invitational Cup closed with cheers and a promise to return in 2 years.